Small AZ-104 lab, implement Azure container instances. Um, so architecture diagram, just two quick tasks. Task 1, you'll deploy an Azure container instance using a Docker image. And task 2, test and verify deployment of an Azure container instance. So task 1, let's go to Azure portal, search for and select container instances, and then on the container instances blade, click plus create. Okay. Container instances plus create. Choose your subscription group. Let's create that resource group. My habit is deleting all the resource groups after I'm done with the lab, so it doesn't charge, even though I'm still on the free trial, $200 credit from Microsoft. Thank you, Microsoft. It's not ideal. There are some restrictions with that subscription, like creating different VMs, but overall it's good enough for most of the labs. The region. So with regions it can be tricky. Sometimes it's better to keep the region from the lab. Sometimes it's better to keep the region from whatever they picked for you. So I'll just I'll go to US East this time. Availability zones doesn't matter. SQU doesn't matter. Image source, quick start images. We're good here. And image, we can keep the default one as well. The lab says nothing about the size, so let's just keep it on a default. Networking, the task 4, and specify the following steps. Setting DNS name label, any valid globally unique DNS host name. Okay. Lowercase letters. Prefix can contain only lowercase letters. What? Okay, looks good. Monitoring. So ports. Says nothing about ports. Yeah, we can go to monitoring and uncheck enable container instance logs. Uncheck. Okay. Next, advanced, review the setting without making any changes. Just review, meaning we can keep it on default. Click review and create. Okay, so that was task 1. If we get no errors, let it load. Meanwhile, let's check out what task 2 wants. Test and verify deployment of an Azure container instance. Go to resource link. Create. It should pop out here. On the overview blade of the container instance, verify status is reported running. Go to resource. So it hasn't deployed yet. Let's give it another second. And we will have to copy the value of the container instance fqdn, open a network browser tab, and navigate to the corresponding URL. Verify that the welcome Azure container instance page is displayed. Okay, first let's go to the resource. Since it's done, in overview blade we should see the status as running. Overview right here, status running. Okay, that checks. Copy the value of the container instance fqdn. So we have to copy that. That's an easy button, makes our work easier. Open a new browser tab and navigate to the corresponding URL. So new browser tab. Site can't be reached. Why? Okay, still nothing. Maybe it should not open because over here it says verify the welcome Azure container page is displayed. I don't see that. Refresh the page several times to create some log entries, then close the browser tab. Let's refresh it a couple more times. In the settings section of the container instance blade, click containers, then click logs. So we'll have to go settings. Right here, containers. Okay, we'll have to close it first. And we should be able to see some logs. Let that refresh finalize. Started container. Where's that coming from? No idea. Okay, time to close that and see if it made any changes on logs. Not really, still empty. Restart count, 0. Okay, still nothing in logs. What if, go back to overview, maybe it took some time to synchronize. And let's try to open it using its public IP also. Welcome to, okay. Oh, okay, and that's synchronized too. So it took about like good 5 minutes maybe until it kicked in. So yeah, let's refresh it a few times, just like the lab is asking to. Refresh. So now we have to close. And we can go back to containers, logs. Okay, that's what we were looking for. Okay, so we have confirmed that everything worked. Verify that you see log entries representing HTTP GET requests generated by displaying the application in the browser. Here you go. Okay, and for good practice, the easiest way is just to get rid of the whole resource group. Copy, delete, So that'll take like a minute or so to synchronize also. Easy Lab.